50 is the 2 best run scores total together. That'll hopefully have you on that podium here for X Games 17. And here we go. We are in. Started off with last year's gold medalist. This is Daniel Dares.
Daniel with a big double tail whip, coming out swinging out of the pool bowl.
And big was the key point. He seemed to like hit that with a little more speed and boost it a little higher.
And that'll help you maintain your speed through the rest of your run. Oh, man!
Double tail whip
Straight into the flare.
He wasn't lying. He's saving some for the finals. Save some energy, save some of his big tricks.
You know, and you also got to consider the wow factor. You know, you come out, you kind of hold back a little bit, then you come out for your finals run with energy like this. Oh! 7 over the gap.
That's a solid run from
Daniel Dares has made his mark.
Did he take his hands off on that? It looked like he got his hands off.
He is here to compete.
Oh, looked like one of them came off.
And right out there right now, Chase Hawk, he's just going to attack this thing at a high speed.
What a massive line.
Now, we talked about this in the elimination rounds. Some of these guys have a big arsenal of tricks, and then again, a guy like Chase here, he's known for his style and his flow, and that's obviously paying off for him because here he is in the final.
Chuck no-hander up into the ski jump, hubs around the bowl corners to get some more speed.
Now Daniel's posted a 35. That's a solid score, but it's far from the 40 that some of the guys were posting in earlier rounds. So
huge alley-oop. Alley-oop meaning you kind of drift backwards, you kind of travel backwards through the air.
Well, we're about to see another one of these style and flow guys with Gary Young. Watch how fast this guy propels himself through these corners and these pockets.
Nice bar transfer in. That's a cool line.
That is a very cool line. A peg grind right into the transfer off the carport.
Manning on the same line, coming into a little bit of trouble there.
The alley-oop backs up. The tail whip out of the tombstone. Gary's looking like he's lost a lot of his speed.
Yeah, this isn't his best, but
the downside peg grind. Gary have to call it.
Hey, it's a 4-run format. If you're going to fall, he was falling on a run that wasn't quite up to his standards to begin with, so.
And he still has 3 runs left. He's got time. Gary has the energy to come back out and maintain the same energy level.
Yeah, the key factor is your best 2 runs, and with 12 and a half to go on the clock, plenty of time left. And here you go with Scotty Kramer.
Scotty, the double tail whip transfer up onto the carport.
Wow,
look at
big transfer line.
Look at the speed that he's maintaining.
He's definitely up the ante with his intensity from what we saw out of Heat 1 from him.
And that was a big trick.
Backflip tail whip into the pump up. He landed basically flat with no transition. And look, he maintains his speed. He goes right back into his run.
The impressive thing to me was what he did before the whip flip. He did a high-speed bar spin, bunny hopping into that bowl. That's fast, and it's a gnarly tight landing. To hit that as clean as he did and go right into this.
Look at that.
That's a big line.
He just slipped the pedals there, but he touched down, so he keeps the run going.
And he got his energy back quick. He got his speed back really quick.
And no fault of his, really. I mean, there's just nothing to land on there.
This is Dennis Henderson.
Manual, Chuck no-hander in. Whip down that.
That's the challenge with a course like this. When you can falter a little bit, you can land a little low, and if you can get right back into your line and get your speed going again, that's what it requires for a course like this, and to put together a winning run.
And he's not even halfway through the run yet, but I feel like we're going to be seeing the leader.
Oh, the tail around the pocket.
Yeah. He just
there it is.
Looks like he's really enjoying himself.
Those are perfect. He's made every single one.
Well, right into a tail whip.
Looks like
full pole, uses all his time right to the buzzer.
He's going to be the leader there, and he's led from
Gary Young, some of the appreciation of a good run from Dennis.
Well, the best possible run score you can get is a 50. He gets a 40, so he's picking up right where he left off from round 1.
I want to know how everybody thinks about this contest. Tweet us at X Games or tweet me at KRob BMX.
No-handed 3 down the ski jump. No foot can the late whip. Wow! That's one of the bigger tricks.
Out of the pool bowl, a steep transition.
Man, and a huge 720. He's halfway through.
Daniel so far, his theory is working.
Well, he had a little bit of a scare being on the bubble going into this, and he says, you know what, I'm not wasting any time this time around. He wants another gold medal.
Look, out of the pool ball, big alley-oop, double tail whip, out of that steep transition. That is such a challenge.
That's going to be a big score.
He's got a first run score of a 35, and he gets a 40. So that's a big run there for Daniel Dares as we bring back in Chase Hawk.
Daniel Dares is back.
Well, if this keeps up, there's going to be an all-out battle between him and Dennis Henderson.
Chase nailing that man in the line, high speed. See if he pulls it right into the high-speed
ice pick grind. So just your back peg is on the coping.
He's showing a lot of control. Those are considered like flow-type moves. And you do it and go into something that big, this is what people like to see. But he did quit really early and didn't have enough tricks, so.
You know, the speed they have to maintain, the energy level they have to have, all while doing these tricks. You know, it's like running a 100-yard dash through an obstacle course.
Yeah! That's a shame. That's a shame for him to mess it up. A feeble to 270.
Feeble to 270.
He's going up sub-box style. That's a 4-foot-tall carport, and he's going up like a sub-box, feeble grinding, and then 270 out, but he has to get over the end of it. He's not coming back into where he took off. He's going into something straight.
Well, the pressure's kind of on for Gary now because he's got to get 2 solid run scores with 8:44 left in the jam.
Up on the manual pad.
Watch this. Bar spin in. That's very impressive. Right into it.
Backflip, tail whip, landing smooth.
Maintain his speed that time. That landing is tiny.
Landing smooth on a wooden, like about a 2-foot transition.
12 seconds to go. Again, I hate to keep saying if he can maintain, but we're seeing a lot of guys just run out of energy, run out of lines.
Yeah, guys are getting out with about 8, 9, 10 seconds left. Big front flip.
Big front flip, holding on. Right on the buzzer. Used all his time. Coming out with a banger right on the end. I always think that's super important.
Yeah, that was a big run right into a big score. Guarantee.
This run's going to be big for Dennis Henderson. And he's got a first run score of a 40. Remember, it's your 2 best run scores total together. So what does Dennis have for round 2?
More of the same. High speed, flowing, big tricks, and not afraid to work in a little of everything. Big bar spin to X up. You don't see people going that high.
Not going that. That's what I love seeing. That I love seeing people utilize the big ramps.
Flip whip. That's ridiculous.
Over that chunk. That is amazing.
That's ridiculous. And look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Tech lip tricks in the run, still finds a way to keep the speed and get going again. This is what BMX is about. Dennis Henderson right now is
and he did that out of a flip whip. Out of a flip whip.
If you're watching at home, the 2 clocks in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, the one in white, that's how much time we have left in the jam session. The one in yellow, that is the run clock. And there you go, 41.
41, and Dares is going to pass on his run. Does he have a mechanical difficulty? Is he winded? I have no idea.
This is not the time to be passing on your run.
If there's nothing wrong with his bike, this is where it gets weird, because now Chase is going earlier than he would have gone. The next guy's going earlier than where. Somebody else might decide they want to pass. In a jam format like this, when somebody gets pulled out of the mix, less time for everybody to rest, think, fix their bike, whatever they might want to do.
We saw that last night in BMX Vert. We had 2 guys go out. We were down to a 3-man rotation in the finals, and the 3 guys left. They just called it with a couple minutes left. They were wiped out.
Yeah, and when you factor in injuries, if a couple people go down, like what happened last night in Vert.
That's a perfect example. You know, Chase could have dropped in a little tired, wasn't expecting to go in that early.
Well, this plays to the advantage of Gary Young, because Gary has got the stamina. I mean, Gary can ride all day long.
But if he's thinking about his lines, if he doesn't have it all figured out and he's trying to think it through, and you get rough,
the nice toothpick grind over the doorway. That's when just your front peg is on the coping.
This run is
downside peg grind around the bowl corner.
This run is exceptional. If Gary keeps this going, he's going to place his highest score of the day for sure.
Well, he needs to drop that.
Oh, man, that would have been insane.
Tombstone transfer, downside peg grind around the bowl corner. That would have been a great line.
It's a shame to see such a good run go to waste there, but you got to give respect to Gary Young for just trying. He wasn't slowing down.
That's the thing. It gets to the point. If you come out here to win, you got to be able to throw down. You got to take some chances.
Scotty Kramer starts it off with a tail whip gap transfer.
Henderson's lead is huge right now.
Yeah.
We all know how quickly that can change, but
Well, the question is Daniel going to come back? We don't know why he passed on his run yet. We don't know if it's a mechanical issue.
Oh, the Superman seat grab. Both legs off the back of the bike, both hands grabbing the seat.
I can't stress enough, though, it definitely changes it for everybody when